Welcome back to Return My Capital. It's been a long time since I've uploaded. It's been about a 2-year break, but focus of the channel is companies that return capital to shareholders via dividend, share buyback, obviously price appreciation over time. But I'm uploading today. This is Tuesday, March 18th, and was supposed to do it on Sunday. Every Sunday, I'll do a dividend roundup video focused on companies that have upcoming ex-dividend dates, dividend payouts, and what else are we going to do? Oh, I'm going to cover companies that recently increased dividends, cut dividends, completely eliminated their dividend payments. So it'll be a weekly series that I do focused entirely on the dividend aspect and just a nice general review of a lot of different companies as it relates to dividend payouts. So that being said, sorry for the delay. It's only been 2 years, but we'll start out with dividend changes that were recently announced. So any increases, decreases, cuts, whatever the case is. So first company, Applied Materials, ticker symbol AMAT. So this is a company I owned for a long time. Real nice semiconductor company, not one that gets as much publication as an NVIDIA, a Broadcom, a TSM, but very steady player. So they did just increase their dividend from 40 cents per share to 46 cents per share for a nice 15% increase. They do only yield 1.18%, so not a bit high yielding dividend paying company. But that being said, that's usually because the share price has been performing so well. So they have been paying a dividend for 8 consecutive years. So again, 15% increase for Applied Materials. That will be paid out on June 12th, and they'll go ex-dividend on June 22nd. So nice 6-cent increase. Take what you can get for Applied Materials. Another company with an increase announced was Dick's Sporting Goods, ticker symbol DKS. I think they actually just acquired the domain dicks.com from probably some other service. But anyways, so their old dividend was $1.10 per share. New dividend rate will be, or dividend payout will be $1.2125 per share. Really had to throw in that extra quarter cent increase there. But nice 10% increase. And Dick's Sporting Goods is now has a 2.5% yield just about. That'll pay out on April 11th with an ex-dividend date of March 28th. Another increase announced was Realty Income Corp, ticker symbol O. If you're a dividend-focused investor, you don't need any introduction to Realty Income, a nice monthly dividend payer. They will go ex-dividend on April 1st and pay out April 15th. So gotta love the fact that you see that payout on a monthly basis. Only a 0.2% increase. Realty Income, again, if you don't know about Realty Income, it's one of the favorite investments in the REIT sector for a lot of dividend-focused investors because they pay out a monthly dividend. They increase that dividend several times throughout the year, usually just fractions of a percent increase, especially lately. The dividend increases have certainly been slowing down, but they do yield 5.7 almost percent. And have been increasing that dividend for 32 years. Aristocrat from a very broadly diversified company in the REIT sector. Another increase announced from Oracle, ticker symbol ORCL. They'll go ex-dividend on April 10th and pay out April 23rd, 25% increase. So not a large dividend on a percentage basis, only 1.34%, but 25% increase is certainly not something you're going to be upset about. So again, 40 cents to 50 cents for Oracle. And actually, surprisingly, they have been paying out a dividend for 17 years now. So that's about as good as you're going to see from a true software player, at least up to this point. I know Facebook and Google are getting into the dividend payouts along with Microsoft, of course. But Oracle, steady dividend payer, 25% increase announced, which is great. Spartan Nash, I think they might be a pretty regional food distributor. I see them quite a bit up in the Midwest. I don't know if they're national in terms of operational scope, but ticker symbol SPTN, and they announced a, just a 1% or so increase from, well, whatever. They're paying out 22 cents per share. They'll go ex-dividend on March 21st and pay out on April 2nd, and they've been paying out for 15 years now. I think really the last one I'll talk on is UDR. I believe another REIT that is focused on multi-tenant dwellings, so apartments, maybe condos, I don't know. But 1% increase. They do pay a 4% yield, and they'll go ex-dividend on April 10th and pay out April 30th. No decreases to the dividends announced over the past week. So, hey, that's great news. And then I'll shift into upcoming ex-dividend dates. So if you're unfamiliar, the ex-dividend date is the last day that you can own shares in a company to be registered for their next dividend payout. So if their ex-dividend date is Friday and then their dividend payout date is the following Monday, you have to be a shareholder prior to Friday to be able to receive that dividend on Monday, just as an example. So upcoming ex-dividend dates, I guess, since I'm recording this a day late, I'll be a little bit behind on these Monday ex-dividends. But so Monday, March 17th, Ecolab, ticker ECL, they will pay out on April 15th. And that'll be a 65-cent payout, 1% yielder, 33 years of dividend payments, nice dividend aristocrat. Shares are almost $251, so take that for what it's worth. Pulte Group, ticker PHN, I believe one of the largest home builders in America, maybe higher end homes, I'm not exactly sure. But ex-dividend date for Monday, March 17th. Their payout will be April 2nd, and that'll be a 22-cent payout. Shares are $103, so less than a 1% yield, 7 years of dividend payments on Pulte Group. Last company for Monday will be Prologis, ticker PLD. I think Prologis is a large industrial, like warehouse REIT. I think they really blew up around the COVID time when obviously warehouses and distribution centers were in demand for all the online shopping, and that isn't stopping anytime soon. But payout date will be March 31st, so end of the month here, and that'll be just over $1 payout. Price is $112 a share on Prologis, so almost a 3.6% yield. As Prologis has been paying for 12 years now, so almost halfway there to aristocrat status. For Tuesday, today, March 18th, companies that are going ex-dividend, NXP Semiconductors, NV. What is that? So the ticker symbol on NXP Semiconductors is NXPI, and I see that NV on some companies. I want to say, certainly I believe that means they're international. Let me look that up real quick. I think that might mean that they're a Dutch company. Yeah, let's see. It's a corporation used in Dutch-speaking countries, so Netherlands or Belgium. Interesting. So anyway, sorry. NXP Semiconductors, probably Netherlands-based company, but strong company in the semiconductor space. They will pay out going ex-dividend on Tuesday the 18th here, today, and they'll pay out on April 9th, just over $1 per share. Shares are a little bit over $200 per share. I'm sure it's been pulling back with the rest of the semiconductor stocks the past month or so. And so it's about a 2% yield, maybe higher now, I don't know. But about a 2% yield on NXP Semi, NXPI ticker. Shifting to Wednesday, March 19th, you've got Broadcom, ticker AVGO, kind of a cool backstory if you ever want to look into it on how a company named Broadcom has the ticker symbol AVGO. Won't get into that here, but payout date will be March 31st, and it'll be a 59-cent payout per share. Broadcom shares are just under $200 per share right now. So about 1.2% yield, 15 years of dividend payments there. You've got Nordstrom, retail clothing outlet. I think they just closed several locations across the country, ticker NDSN. Payout date will be April 3rd. It'll be a 78-cent per share payout. It's a 1.5% yield. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not Nordstrom. Oh, that's embarrassing. Let's look up what Nordson does. I was thinking Nordstrom. Nordson. Let's see what Nordson does. Let's see. Well, whatever. I'm not going to. I should look it up since I made this mistake. It's embarrassing. Nordson. Okay. Let's see. Adhesives, coatings. Okay, so they're probably a big materials company, industrials company. What's the market cap here on Nordson? Now I have to do a quick little dive into Nordson since I made that mistake. Okay, $12 billion market cap. So not a big company, not a small company. I'm just gonna move off Nordson. I don't know anything about them and don't care about them, but they have been paying a dividend for 61 years. So dividend king, they're doing something right. 1.5% yield on Nordson. And again, ex-dividend Wednesday, March 19th, last day to own them. And they'll be paying out on April 3rd. Philip Morris International, ticker PM. One of the ultimate sin stocks. If you don't have a problem investing in tobacco, some people do, whatever. But paying out on April 10th, and it'll be $1.35 per share payout, down to a 3.56% yield on Philip Morris. I've seen that, 5, 6, 7% yield when the shares aren't as in favor as they are right now, as people are reaching for yield a little bit. We've seen sort of the tech sell-off, and so some of these, it's not a staple, but if you're addicted to cigarettes, it's a staple. But yeah, shares have really been performing well in 2025, perhaps 2024, I don't know. But yeah, about $152 per share on Philip Morris, paying out April 10th. Got to own them by Wednesday, March 19th, if you want to see that dividend in April there. Last company I'll talk about, I'll do two companies. Last two companies I'll talk about for Wednesday, March 19th, last day to own. You've got Smith & Wesson brands, if you're familiar with handguns, rifles, whatever the case, firearms. Certainly you're no stranger to Smith & Wesson. Paying out April 3rd, 13-cent payout, but since shares are only $10 per share, probably isn't a good thing for whatever's going on with Smith & Wesson, that they're approaching penny stock status, which I think is any stock that's below $10 per share, but over a 5% yield there. Last company for Wednesday is Vici Properties. I actually just got back from Vegas. I can highly recommend going to a performance or a show, whatever the case is, at the Sphere. It's a neat venue out there. And I think actually Vici probably is they probably do own the real estate for the Sphere, because I think they own the Venetian, which I believe manages the Sphere. But it's a REIT, I believe pays monthly. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But focused primarily on certainly Las Vegas, but gaming, hotels, entertainment venues related to the gambling industry. And I believe they've tried to branch out recently as well, but certainly that's where they're prominent. So almost 4% yield on Vici, again, paying out April 3rd. Moving along to Thursday, March 20th. I guess really the ex-dividend date is the 21st, but you need to own them on the 20th, which is Thursday this week. Let's see what we've got here. You've got Restaurant Brands International, ticker QSR. I think they own, Burger King, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, I think. Could be off on that, and I'm sure many others. But payout will be April 4th, and that'll be 62 cents per share. Shares are about $66 right now, so a 3.75% yield on Restaurant Brands International. You've also got Let's see, Walmart, you need to own by Thursday, the 20th here, ticker WMT. Don't need to really talk much about Walmart. I'm sure there's not too many people, certainly in America and maybe the world, that are unfamiliar, but 52 years of dividend payments. So you got a nice dividend king there. April 7th payout date, 1.1% yield. I think Walmart shares have been ripping this year. Maybe pulling back recently, but they've performed extremely well. So $85 per share, 23.5-cent dividend payout, 1% yield. On Friday, anything we want to touch on here? A couple financials. You've got Universal Health Realty Income Trust, UHT is the ticker. 7% yield, 39 years of dividend payments on UHT. Payout date will be the end of the month, March 31st. And they're currently trading $41.50 per share. So if you're looking for a high yielding REIT play, maybe Universal Health Realty Income Trust. We'll finish here with companies that are paying out this week, which is always welcome news, seeing that little push notification saying, hey, you're getting paid today. So these will be all companies that have payouts the week of the 17th to the 21st this week. You've got Arbor Realty Trust, ABR ticker. They're paying out on the 21st. I think that's Friday. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's Friday. And gosh, almost a 14% yield there. Take that for what you will. We've also got Avery Dennison Corporation, AVY, big manufacturer. I think they own, I forget the specific brands. Now I need to look that up. What brands does Avery Dennison own? Let's see. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of something else. Maybe I was thinking of Snap-on. Well, whatever the case is, I promise they're a large manufacturing company, conglomerate, if you will. So Avery Dennison paying out on the 19th. That'll be Wednesday. And 88 cents per share, 2% yield. I think shares have been getting beat up a little bit there recently. You've got BlackRock, ticker BLK, paying out on the 24th, which would be, I believe, next Monday. $5.21 dividend. You don't see that too often. 2.2% yield on BlackRock. Let's see how much shares are trading for on BlackRock. Golly, $958 today. I know that doesn't really mean anything in the era of fractional shares, but still, you don't see that every day. But yeah, BlackRock paying out on the 24th, $5.21 per share owned. Let's see what else is notable paying out this week. Oh, you've got L3 Harris, ticker LHX, big defense manufacturing company, industrial company. I've used several of their products for Hearing Pro, but yeah, ticker LHX paying out on the 21st, Friday as well. $1.20 per share coming your way if you own L3 Harris, 2.3% yield. You've got Northrop Grumman on a roll here of defense contractors, ticker NOC, paying out on the 19th. So Wednesday, $2.06 per share, 1.7% yield. You've got Old Dominion Freight Line, ODFL is the ticker. They might be a dividend king. Just want to look this up real quick, or I could be making that up and be completely wrong on that. Let's see. Is Old Dominion a dividend king? Let's see. Well, I can't find it off the cuff here. But paying out on the 19th, 28 cents per share, 0.7% yield. So low yield, but paying out on Wednesday, the 19th. You've got Ryder System, ticker R. Not too often. That's how you know a company has been around a while, is when they have a single letter ticker symbol. Paying out on the 21st, which is Friday, 81 cents per share, 2.3% yield. What else do we have paying us this week? We have Stanley Black & Decker. I know that's a tool manufacturer that owns plenty of brands. That one I'm not going to screw up. SWK is the ticker symbol, paying out today, the 18th, Tuesday. 82 cents per share, 4.1% yield. We've got United Health Group. UNH is the ticker symbol. Obviously, they've been in the news this year. I think that was this year. Maybe it was the end of last year. Was it around Christmas, New Year's, that they were in the news for some not so great reasons, but paying out on the 18th today, Tuesday, $2.10 per share, 1.7% yield. And then the last one I'll touch on paying out this week is Xylem, ticker XYL. Not a very commonly known company. I owned them years ago when I was investing in, this was early in my investing journey. I was investing in water companies because I thought that water as a scarce resource was going to only become more and more of a problem, and any companies even tangentially related to water would do well. So I think American Water Works, it was what, AWKS, AWR, a couple others, Xylem included. But anyway, paying out on the 19th, 40 cents per share, 1.3% yield. Now I have to look at Xylem real quick to make sure I'm not an idiot. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're good here. Okay. Yes, very good. I wasn't making all that up. Yeah, Xylem involved in a variety of, let's say, water solutions. How have they done? 5% down over the last year. Yeah. Anyway, so that was this week's dividend roundup. First time back on the saddle. Hey, roundup saddle. In a long time. I'll be pushing these out on Sunday every week so that you can kind of know for the week ahead, what ex dividends are we looking at? You know, if I want to participate in an upcoming dividend for a company, maybe add a couple shares to an existing position, whichever your scenario is, you'll know which companies are going ex dividend in the week ahead, which of your companies that you already have an established position in will be paying you out a dividend in the week ahead, and then any announced cuts or increases to dividends that were announced previously. So hope this will be a informative series for you, maybe get some value from it. Maybe it'll just be background noise, whatever the case is. But yeah, I'm excited to be back. So keep an eye out for these every Sunday, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.